What's up, everyone? Peti Kish Hun here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about this. We're in Bonding into Comics, and they had this article I saw, and it's a lot of things that I've been saying for a couple of months in my older videos that I've noticed, and other people have noticed on the web. This is happening in a lot of aspects in the Western hemisphere of the world with the video game industry. So what this article says: Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Character artist confirms industry bias against attractive female characters. It's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties. And I've been saying about this for a while. They're trying to make the female, especially in the West, the female characters, mostly the main protagonists, the main characters, or existing even IPs, make them more uglified, make them more masculine, making them more ambiguous, more androgynous. And I think now we're going to see this in full force, that it's actually true. It's not a conspiracy. We were right all along, and it's actually happening in front of us. And people have been always screaming at us, especially on the internet, saying that, you know, it's the male gaze. There's something going on here that's not right. Because I remember growing up with like Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, and a lot of these characters that looked, you know, they looked appealing, but they were cool, strong characters that everyone loved. You know, you had Tifa from Final Fantasy, you had Tomb Raider from Lara Croft. Even if, like what he just said, black character, Resident Evil 5. Remember Sheva Alomar? She was such a badass character. I love Sheva. She was so cool. Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Like, the list goes on and on. How many badass characters? Chun-Li, Cammy. We got all these, you know, good-looking characters, but very strong, and they looked feminine. So when you depict a male, the male is supposed to be, you know, square jaw, big chin, big nose, you know, kind of deal, you know, very masculine, strong features. And then you got the female. These are the basics: softness, small nose, nice lips, you know, all that. That's how you depict females. And then, you know, the curvy shape. But that's lost now, because now you see this in front of you and you're like, what is this? Why is this? What is this? Like, this could be depicted as a man too. You didn't know, you know? Kind of weird. So let's read into this article here, guys. So, according to the developer, who absolutely has no love for the people or ideologies who regularly raise the issue, the Western video game industry does in fact hold a very, very real bias against beautiful female characters. And again, this Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. This is the worst Harley Quinn design I've ever seen. So, not appealing. It just looks nothing. It's just like a nothing character. It doesn't have any characteristics that look actually good, you know? Horrible. Confirmation to the fact was provided by Del Walker, an industry character artist whose credits include such notable titles as Batman: Arkham Knight, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. So he has a long record of big name titles for games he's done art for. Every time I talk about this, people just give me the eye, and I say, you know what? I don't think I'm going crazy. I think a lot of people are realizing that something's not right here. Something's not right here, for sure, with these female characters. I remember, just like I said, I remember in the 90s, early 2000s, we had good female characters, good-looking female characters in games, and people love them even today. People love these characters. These new characters they come up with, they don't have that appeal. Because even women want to play good-looking characters. Men want to play good-looking characters most of the time. If you don't, you're just trolling. Obviously, you're just trolling if you want to make them fat or whatever. It's for laughs. But most of the time, you want like the best looking character you can make that you feel like, you know, is appealing to you or it just looks good to you. You know, retweeting a picture of English footballer Bakua Taki's girlfriend, Holma Benshan. I probably butchered that, sorry guys. Wearing a jacket blazed with the Arsenal right winger's original jersey number on June 18th, Walker recalled, "There's been a handful of times I've pitched black woman characters that look like this. Then after 10 iterations, the concept or model comes back without a speck of the original beauty I pitched." And yeah, she looks like a beautiful black girl. Very pretty model. So they pitched this, and what he's saying that it never came out to be like this. It turned out to be something completely different. Proceeding to compare another photo of Banson's against an unofficial promotion image of Commander Wright from Sega's canceled hero shooter, Irenas, Walker then elaborated, "I'm not talking about mild changes. I'm talking about pose, aura, style, softness, and age flair. I hate giving Gamergate men fuel, but it's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties. There is room for both." He pitched this, didn't come out, it came out the other way. And I agree with him. There is room for both. There is. You can have normal looking women, that's fine. And you can have, you know, beautiful women, that's fine in games. You can have both. But most of the time, the facts pretty much show it. I think a game sells more if you have actually attractive characters. Just like we just recently saw with the Capcom voting results. A lot of people want attractive characters and cool characters. If they're just basic characters and their design looks basic, the art style of them, no one's gonna play that character. People want to play with characters that look cool, you know, look awesome, look, you know, good looking, all that. Most of the time, people want to play those characters. And then you have the obscure characters, obviously. But you can have these kind of characters. It's fine. You can have that. But it's very intentional. It looks very intentional though most of the time. And like he's been saying, he pitched something and it came out completely different and he doesn't understand. He's talking about black women right now, but it can be shown in other kind of races too. They've done it for many other races as well. One that comes up in my mind, like Cheval Lamar from Resident Evil 5, like I said. Probably one of the best characters. She's awesome. She's good looking. You know, she has it all. And that character was made by Japanese developers. And they depicted an African with that kind of look, that style, how strong she is. She's feminine, all that. That's how they depicted it. And people still love her today. It's just how it is. I don't know why it's hard. But what he's saying, I hate giving Gamergate men fuel. Well, you're not giving them fuel. You're just confirming of what we've been saying for a while. Women have been saying this too. You know, I think Melanie Mack has been saying this for a while now with Lara Croft and all this. A lot of women have came up recently and been saying the same thing. It's always blamed on men, obviously. But it's men and female are talking about this. That why are the females look so ugly? It's not a conspiracy. Once again, it's not a conspiracy. It's straight up just fact now. And it's right there. You got it from the source itself. The artist told you right there. But he's trying to you know, jump through hoops to not, you know, lose his job or anything, which I understand. But it's there. It's in front of us right there. That's how the model looked. She's very pretty. On the left and on the right is what it came out to be. What the heck is that thing? I seriously don't even know. Doesn't look nothing like it. The nose, the lips, chin, maybe the chin, I don't know, but it's very oval. And this one's more round shaped, her face. Like, it doesn't look anything like it whatsoever. How is this okay? How is this okay? I don't understand. This is what I'm talking about. But people don't really care about it. They're just, oh, it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing here. What are you talking about? You're going crazy. No, I'm not going crazy. I'm just using my common sense and just seeing it how it is. Met with the encore date from indie developer Richmond Lee. Dude, a friend of mine, an Asian woman, was just telling me about how this happens to her when she designs Asian women for Western games. They always have her work redesigned by a Western artist to look more stereotypical than put themselves on the back for good representation. Walker's further opinion, yes, they also assume adding stereotypical ethno features with a blunt force is some sort of Hail Mary. Then a range of diversity exists inside diversity. Further, as to what he considered an attractive black female, Walker would agree with Rocksteady Games character artist Luis Starkey that Alan Wake 2 Saga Anderson was both beautiful and soft in a way I haven't seen for a while in games. Yes, the exclaimed in turn, successful transition for sure. There's the character. So this is how she looked and this is the character. Yeah, it's better. It's better than what we got from that one before. It's better, but I wouldn't say it's as good, you know, in a lot of ways. It's all right. It's definitely more female than what we had before, for sure. Definitely more female. So there you have it, players. The next time someone attempts to belittle you or write you off for noticing that your favorite female video game characters, at least in the West, are starting to look more and more rough, you can rest easy knowing that even the industry insiders are aware of and fed up with the insulting trend. There you go. I love bonding into comics. They do a good job here. Place. Here's another article. Sweet Baby Inc. involved in Insomniac Games' upcoming Marvel's Wolverine game. Playable character Jean Grey gets the ugly treatment. And there's Jean Grey. I don't know if this beats the Mary Jane. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Yeah, look at this is Jean Grey originally. Again, smaller face. You know, the nose is small, the lips, everything right there. And then you got this. She looks like she's mad. People say, oh, it's just leaked footage. This is not going to be the full product, what we see at the end. I don't think so. I think when they make the model itself, I think it's very done. They might patch it up a bit here and there. But most of these, I think the model is done. All they have to do is now fix the game itself. The models are in there. Everything's done. I think this is what's going to be the final product. Grums even mentions this. Something big happened yesterday and most people missed it. Every theory we had about the uglification of women in AAA gaming turned out to be true. Look at what happened to Jean Grey from Insomniac Games, Marvel's Wolverine, from these leaked early screenshots of the first beautiful model to the masculine world, every very version we have today. They are ruining Marvel. And yes, Marvel's Wolverine is a Sweet Baby Inc. game. What a surprise. I'm not surprised whatsoever. They worked at Spider-Man 2. They're going to work with this one too. Easy. Insomniac is not the Insomniac I remember growing up with. They're not the same no more. We were told it was the difficulty of scanning actors or just tricks of light and bad screen caps. We were told we were incels for even questioning it. As a game dev, I know this was BS. As gamers, you knew it was BS. From comparisons with Asian games, this is no fan of Gamergate. This is a liberal, woke dev with seemingly a lot of talent who is bringing you this information, and he hates to have you use it, but he feels strongly enough that even he has to say something. So he is also, you know, left. He has some woke ideologies too, but even he's saying out loud now that he's fed up with it. But it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you are on. Either way, you're going to get sick and tired of what they're doing with these female characters in your games. They're going to ruin these characters, and they're going to ruin it hard. But the creativity of what you're making, trying to make it better than real life, is they can't do it because the company is not letting them. This is no myth. This is no conspiracy theory. This is happening in AAA, and you were right all along. We know that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with Marvel's Wolverine. We know this because of Sweet Baby's own tweets and because of narrative director for Insomniac Wolverine Games ran to the defense of Sweet Baby Inc. Sweet Baby Inc. does two things well, talked about. They assist with dialogue and story, and they also assist with character design. By now, everyone knows SBI publicly missions to insert DEI sensitive into all games. This is their solo purpose and pitch as a consulting company. And this explains why Jean Grey went from great to grocery store auntie. We see this everywhere in AAA gaming. Why was it necessary to reduce Firecracker's butt size in COD? That cost time and money to do for a skin that was already completed. It made no sense. The only reason at all, it's politics. I don't like to talk about politics, but when it's inside things you love, I have to bring it up. There's no way. I know people say, I can't touch this subject. I can't do it. You need to put your foot down in the sand and make the line. You need to put it out there. Because if you don't want to talk about it, these people are going to say, if you're not compliant, you agree with the narrative. Just say it how it is, how you feel. This is why it's better to speak up, I think. After Me Too, there was a great call in reduce the sexualization of women. This horrible incident slammed into the entertainment industry. Everyone overcorrected. Now you can have any female traits in gaming at all. The butts have to be smaller than even the male characters. Censorship ran rampant on outfits, with Asian games being targeted the most. The second reason was the political imperative to place women equal to men, even in places where it made no sense. Girl bosses to prove women equal to men. They focused on the masculine traits. They had to beat men at their own strength. This means beefing up the woman models, giving them thicker bodies, having them beat up multiple men in physical fights in movies, acting stocky, and above all, suppressing their feminine features and strength. They call this making women more realistic, but it's really just making them the opposite. They are completely unrealistic now. Cheap standings for male tropes. They display none of the natural strength of women, and now they are strong in their own right. Drums is saying the facts that we've been saying for a while now. This is why feminism is losing now, because what feminism was is not what feminism is now. It's hijacked completely. The last reason is the trans movement. We've had a couple of internal leaks, including Naughty Dog, that have told us that female characters must be changed to appeal to the trans community. I've been saying this for a little bit too. It's a touchy subject, but I think that is actually true. They try to appeal to the trans community too with these, changes for the females. I believe so. I think that's also a reason for sure. The trans community that transitions to female wants to pass as female and feel included. Studios are bending over backwards to lower the bar for femininity in order to make this easier. Square jaw, removal of hips, reduction of bust size, all of this fits. But is all of this really helping? The answer is no. None of these changes help. They don't help the industry plagued by layoffs and soft sales. They don't help gamers, many of whom are women who want to play beautiful female characters. They don't help brands who are also want to pass as beautiful women and inspire to that. These are empty token gestures born of the knee-jerk response to misguided empathy. They do more harm than good, and they will continue to hurt the entire industry as the trend continues. It's time to stop. And that's the end of Grums there. And you can see, here's Jean Grey, here's Wolverine. Jean Grey doesn't look good. Like in this pic, it's really bad with the lighting and everything. Lighting might help, but look at Jean Grey here. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. There's the sweet baby. There you go, guys. Everything we've been saying, people trying to say, nope, you're wrong. This is not happening. La, 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 la. You know, they put their earmuffs or they put their hands over their ears and they go, la, 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 la. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. La, 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 la. You know, well, it's actually coming to be true. So it's not a conspiracy, guys. All of you guys can calm down. Everything is right as is. You're just realizing it now. And now it's time to actually say, will I pay for this game? Will I support this game developer? Speak with your wallets, guys. I always say, if you want a company to change and you want your voice to be heard and talk, you know, you can put it on social media as much as you want, but the most you can do is speak with your wallet. Don't support these games then, and see what happens. See how much fan interactions, how much people are going to change. So if they lose money, you would think they want to talk to the fans and ask them, what did we do wrong? What do you want to change? There you go. You can change by doing that. So what do you guys think overall about the whole thing? Do you think they're actually doing this or not? With all this information, did you see this coming though? Did you see that the changing of the females to this new kind of androgynous, ambiguous look? Did you see this? Or is this new to you? You just heard it for the first time. You're like, whoa, now I kind of understand why people are getting upset about this. Let me know in the comments below, guys. If you like this video, thank you so much for watching this long. But if you didn't like this video, I still thank you so much for watching this long. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.